Banza, a Haitian story by Diane Wolkstein with pictures by Marc Brown. We have permission from Dial Publishing for Young Readers, a division of Penguin Random House, to read to you today. On the island of Haiti, there once lived a little tiger named Tigre and a little goat named Cabri. Usually tigers and goats are enemies, but these two were best friends. They had met during a thunderstorm when they had each run into the same cave for shelter. The storm lasted all night, and when they came out in the morning, everything seemed strange to them, for they had come out of the cave by a different entrance and were lost. They were both quite small, lonely, and afraid. They looked at each other. Cabri brayed, "Bah, bah." Tigre roared, "Roar." "Do you want to be friends?" Cabri asked. "Now," Tigre answered. So they wandered over the countryside, playing together, sharing whatever food they found, and sleeping close to each other at night for warmth. Then one morning they found themselves in front of the cave where they had first met. Roar! Cabri turned, but it was not Tigre who had roared. Roar! It was the roar of another tiger. "Mama, Papa, Auntie!" Tigre cried joyfully as three huge tigers bounded out of the bushes. Cabri ran into the cave without waiting. After a while, Tigre went to find Cabri, but Cabri refused to come out of the cave, so Tigre went home with his family. The next morning, Tigre went to the cave alone. "Cabri," he called, "I brought you a banza." Cabri poked her head out of the cave. "Banza? What's that?" "A little banjo," Tigre said. "It belonged to my uncle, but I want you to have it, so it will protect you." "How will the banza protect me?" Cabri asked. "Auntie says the banza belongs to the heart, and there is no stronger protection than the heart. When you play the banza, Auntie says to place it over your heart, and one day the heart and the banza will be one." "Is that true?" "Oh, Cabri, I really don't know, but I know I shall not forget you." Tigre placed the banza around his friend's neck, and then he turned to go. "Where are you going?" Cabri asked. "Home," Tigre answered, and the little tiger ran back to his family without stopping. Cabri stepped out of the cave so she could see the banza more clearly. It was a beautiful banza, and when the sun shone on it, it gleamed. Cabri held the banza over her heart. She stroked it gently. A friendly, happy sound came out. She stroked it again, and before she realized it, she was trotting through the forest, humming to herself and stopping now and then to play a tune on the banza. One afternoon, Cabri came to a spring. She wanted to drink, but she was afraid the banza would get wet, so she took it off and carefully laid it down in the bushes. As she drank the cool, sweet water, she heard a low growl behind her. Rrrr. Turning quickly, Cabri saw 4 large, hungry tigers. Cabri wanted to leap across the stream and run away, but the banza was in the bushes behind the tigers. No, she would not leave the banza Tigre had given her. Slowly and fiercely, Cabri walked toward the banza. Another tiger appeared. Now there were 5. Cabri kept walking. "Where are you going?" the leader shouted. Cabri reached the bushes. She picked up the banza and hung it around her neck. Then she turned to the tigers. 5 more jumped out of the bushes. Now there were 10. "What have you put around your neck?" asked the leader. And Cabri, trying to quiet her thundering, pounding heart, brought her foreleg to her chest and by mistake plucked the banza. "A musician," said the chief, laughing. "So you wish to play us a song?" "No," said Cabri. "No," echoed the leader, and all the tigers took a step closer to Cabri. "Tigre!" Cabri wanted to shout, but Tigre was far away, and she was alone, surrounded by the tigers. No, she was not completely alone. She still had the banza Tigre had given her. Cabri's heart beat very fast, but in time to her heartbeat she stroked the banza. She opened her mouth, and a song came out. To her own surprise, it was a loud, low, ferocious song. 10 fat tigers, 10 fat tigers, Cabri eats tigers raw. Yesterday, Cabri ate 10 tigers, today, Cabri eats 10 more. The tigers were astonished. Who is Cabri, and where did you learn that song? Demanded the chief. I am Cabri, Cabri answered in a new, deep voice. And noticing how frightened the tigers looked, she added, that is my song. I always sing it before dinner. The tiger chief realized that 3 of his tigers had suddenly disappeared. Madame Cabri, he said, you play beautifully. Permit me to offer you a drink. Very well, said Cabri. Bring Madame Cabri a drink, he ordered the 2 tigers closest to him, and as they started to leave, he whispered, and don't come back. Five tigers stared at Madame Cabri. Cabri stared back. Then she stroked her banjo and sang a little slower, but just as intently. 5 fat tigers, 5 fat tigers. Cabri eats tigers raw. Yesterday, Cabri ate 10 tigers. Today, Cabri eats 5 more. Oh, something dreadful must have happened to my tiger, said the leader. You! He motioned to the 2 tigers nearest to him. Go fetch Madame Cabri a drink. And again he whispered, and don't come back. Now only 3 tigers quaked before Madame Cabri. Cabri sang again. 3 fat tigers, 3 fat tigers. Cabri eats tigers raw. Yesterday, Cabri ate 10 tigers. Today, Cabri eats 3 more. When she finished her song, only the leader remained. Cabri began. 1 fat tiger. Please, whispered the leader. Please let me go. I promise no tiger will ever bother you again. Cabri looked at the trembling tiger. All she had done was to play the banza and sing what was in her heart. So Tigra's auntie was right. Her heart had protected her heart and her banza. Please, begged the leader, I'll do whatever you wish. Then go at once to Tigra, the little tiger who lives near the cave. Tell Tigra today Cabri's heart and the banza are one. Yes, yes, said the tiger. Today Cabri's heart and the banza are one. And the tiger chief ran off to find Tigra. With her banza gleaming around her neck, Cabri went trotting through the forest. But every now and then she would stop. She would stroke her banza, and she would sing, for her heart would have a new song. It's a good thing to know how to play a banza.